Wealth cannot be little money, even though money occupies little space. Welcome to our next episode. We are still on gossip. That's the title of the paper. Who doesn't like gossip? We all like gossip, unless the gossip is about us or is against us. We're going to page 5 of the same paper. Gossip, page 5. Marriage bliss. The first story is marriage bliss. The saying goes that nobody marries their enemy. Definitely, there is something a couple see about each other before they agree to come together as a man and wife. That magic wand which bound couples together should never be lost if a marriage will travel its lifetime full course. The flame of love which lightened in the hearts of both a man and woman before they went to the altar to say "I do" in inverted commas should always be kept aglow. It is not difficult to tell whether the man or woman you are living with is the right choice. The human being is perfect. The human being is perfect. There is bound to be friction here and there in marriage. I think the writer means the human being is not perfect. I think so. I looked for the note. I haven't seen it. Should I correct it for him? Listeners, if I'm mistaken, you can then correct me. So, my correction will be, the human being is not perfect. There is bound to be friction here and there in marriage. Then there is a subtitle, dialogue. Dialogue. When matters are discussed to its logical end, there is bound to be understanding. The need to give and take must not be lost in any relationship that will grow. There is the need to discuss on matters concerning finances, mood, and code of dressing, leisure, diet, as well as the type of soap that suits both partners. It will end up to be the kind of soap that the woman wants. Oh, you can trust women. That soap that suits both partners. Paragraph. When there is perfect communication between a couple over the day-to-day activities of the home, there is bound to be less friction. Mutual respect. That's the next subtitle under the dialogue. We finished with dialogue. Now we're going to mutual respect. If a couple have respect for each other's views, whims, and caprices, there is bound to be harmony in the home. Let me read it again. If a couple have respect for each other's views, whims, and caprices, there is bound to be harmony in the home. The man may not like body spray. That does not mean the woman cannot apply it. Yes. But to force the man to use body spray because you, the woman, think his armpits and other parts of the body stink is a sure way of causing friction. So I mentioned the woman earlier. They are the problems. Pardon me. They are our mothers anyway. Okay. They must always be satisfied more than the men. causing friction. There is a better way to suggest. There is a better way to suggest lime or other body odor removals aside body spray, so that in the end your mission will be accomplished. In the same way, the man must not insist on the woman plaiting her hair instead of perming it. If the woman's choice, if the woman's choice is permanent, sorry, let me take it again. In the same way, the man must not insist on the woman plaiting her hair instead of permanent. If the woman's choice is permanent. That extra money for their cream should not break the unity. Let me take it again. I'm sorry. That extra money for hair cream should not break the unity, love, and affection, as well as harmony in the home. The woman will be looking beautiful for the admiration and respect of not only friends, associates, and the general public, but for the man who lives with her as a spouse. Then sharing. Than that, we have sharing. This is one aspect of life that most people get confused about. Sharing means being benevolent. Nobody, either husband or wife, should hide any monetary or any other forms of gains from the other. In the same way, if a man does not selfishly hide his monthly salary from the wife, she must also reciprocate. When the situation arises where a wife or husband counting his or her money covers it up, when there is an amount of when the situation arises where a wife or husband counting his or her money covers it up, then there is an amount of selfishness that can easily break the harmony between the two in a relationship. Whenever issues cannot be agreed on, a third party like in-laws, church leaders, or trusted confidants can be brought into reason with the disagreeing parties. That does not mean one is selling one's self. That's the end. I think it's good for the young ones who are yet to marry, and maybe to advise those who are already married too. So we finish with that. We go to the complainant begs for accused to be released. Complainant begs for accused to be released. Namshi. The Odoko police station a fortnight ago was a scene of laughter and catcalls as a 60-year-old complainant begged the police to release a 25-year-old suspect she had accused of stealing her 50 million cedis. The complainant, Auntie Araba, is a baker at Atiku near Bubuashi. Not near Bubuashi. Full stop. Paragraph. The suspect, Frankie, is a second-hand clothes seller. Also living in the same vicinity. A fortnight ago, Auntie Araba rushed to the Odoko police station to lodge a complaint that she has lost 50 million cedis, and she suspects that it is Frankie that has stolen the money. The police asked for directions to Frankie's house and went to arrest him. Frankie tried to play tough and resisted arrest. Full stop. Some men in the area assisted the police to arrest Frankie, and in the course of his arrest, he received lots of beatings and slaps from people in the area. At the police station, Frankie confessed that Auntie Araba gave him some money to keep for her, and he used 50 million of the amount to transact some business and would be able to retrieve the money for her. The following day, when Auntie Araba went to the police station to find out how far they had investigated her complaint, she saw Frankie behind bars with a swollen and bruised face. She could not stand the sight confronting her any longer. She begged the police to release Frankie and that she was ready to drop the case. Oh, this is a woman with a woman's heart. I wish all women were like this. So, Auntie Araba, we salute you. If you are alive, I thank you very much. We all salute you. To drop the case. When quizzed by the station officer as to her sudden change of mind, Auntie Araba could not give any cogent reason for her sudden change of mind. But we all know, you saw that he didn't like the way this face was battered. Oh my God. Okay. Frankie, however, broke the ice and told the police that Auntie Araba is his wife. Oh. Oh my God. Oh my God. Then I was praising her, but now I think I'll withdraw my praises. Auntie Araba. Viewers, I don't know how you see it, but I think I'll withdraw my praises. I remember the story. Frankie, however, broke the ice and told the police that Auntie Araba is his wife. To the amazement of the policemen and other people around, Auntie Araba confirmed Frankie's claim. Oh. The police. Oh, the writing here is not very clear. The police, therefore, I don't know if it's therefore. I think it's therefore. The police, therefore, had no alternative. Yeah, the police, therefore, had no alternative other than to grant Auntie Araba's wish to release Frankie. I'm sorry, the place is a bit dark, so it's very difficult to read where my thumb is. It's an old paper. Auntie Araba's wish to release Frankie. She immediately whisked him off in a taxi and boos and catcalls from the audience at the police station. Did I read it well? She immediately whisked him off in a taxi amid boos and catcalls from the audience at the police station. Whether the boos and catcalls were directed to Auntie Araba or the husband, I don't know. I think it's Auntie Araba. Yes, you can trust me that people would and call her names. She has no heart. I was trying to say that she was what do you call it? She was remorseful, but she's not. Yes, she's remorseful, but she shouldn't have taken the first decision anyway. So that's the end of the story. Now, should second marriages be broken? That's a question. You marry, and then you marry again. Should it be broken? Everything being normal, no, because you have learned some experiences. Or you should have changed to a better wife than the former, or a better husband than the former. Okay, should second marriages be broken? A question mark. Divorced people who have married again should not break the second marriage. The second marriage has broken the first marriage. The second marriage has broken the first marriage. God himself holds the second marriage binding. To break it would do no good, but would do great harm. Many people, even Christians, have the tragedy of divorce in their past. Some even married a divorced person or were themselves divorcees and married again before their conversion to Christianity. It is a sin for a wife or husband to break up a second marriage. Will God be pleased with a second marriage? It's a question mark. It's a serious question, and the answer to this question, according to the Word of God, is this. Dodo. Do not break the second marriage. Two wrongs never make a right. It will usually be impossible to restore the first marriage, but the Bible does not command it. Even if it were possible. Sorry, pardon me. Paragraph. Confess the sin of the past. Confess the sin of the past, but do not sin again by another divorce or separation. The modern idea of some churches, Christians, is that we have a right to a divorce, but should remain singly thereafter and never remarry. This idea has no warrant in the scriptures. Did I read it well? Let me see. Okay, let me take it again. The modern idea of some churches, Christians, the modern idea of some churches, I don't know if there's full stop there, but the next word begins with capital. Okay, of some churches, let me put full stop there. No, it's not. Some churches, Christians, is that we have a right to a divorce, but should remain singly thereafter and never remarry. This idea has a warrant in the scriptures. Paragraph. In the Bible, it is everywhere taken for granted that a right to divorce means a right to remarry. A divorce in the Bible means that the former marriage is no longer binding. The former husband is no longer a husband. The former wife is no longer a wife. Those who are divorced, according to the Bible, are really divorced, are single, unmarried, and unbound. Paragraph. No person should marry a second time if his former husband or wife has not been broken by fornication or continued adultery. Let me take it again. No person should marry a second time if his former husband or wife has not been broken. If his former husband or wife has not been broken by fornication or continued adultery. I think it should be if the former marriage. I don't know. Okay. I read what I see. Viewers, you can make sense out of it yourself. Okay. By adultery. Those who are divorced on other grounds than spiritual are still married in God's sight, or in God's sight, full stop. Of course, when the marriage by fornication, they are free. They are free, and divorce is scriptural. I don't know if this sentence is complete, if it makes sense. Of course, when the marriage, I think, is by fornication, yes, it's not clear there. Let me pick. if when the marriage is by fornication, they are free. They are free, and the divorce is scriptural. If one of the parties to the marriage has remarried, then the second marriage breaks the former marriage. One whose former marriage has not been broken by fornication certainly should not marry again. And there is a quotation here into brackets, 1 Corinthians 7, 10 to 11. This spiritual friendship has, this spiritual divorce, sorry, those spiritually divorced to be continued. I don't know if I have the continuation. This issue was, pardon me, viewers, I don't know if I have the continuation. Volume 2, number 4. Volume 2, number 4. And here, volume 2, number 5. Yeah, I think we should have it. We should have it here, continued. Let me see. Pardon me, viewers, for the we are on marriage. And, you agree with me that no proper men and people of God should remarry. Encounter with the cheating doctor. Even the encounter with cheating doctor wasn't finished with. So, let's see. Oh, I shouldn't waste your time so much. Let's keep it and then we will continue. We might start it again sometime and then, because there is another story there that is continued on this paper. So let's stop there to be continued and then we go to the next story. Let's stop there and then next time we go back to the story. We take the last paragraph and then continue. Then the next story we have is the reason why some schoolgirls flirt or get pregnant. The reason why some schoolgirls get pregnant. I don't know. Viewers, you might already have listed the reasons for yourself, but let's see. Let's see. Also continued from last issue. What a mess. Huh? It wasn't the last issue. Oh my God. I think we should stop here so I can organize myself. I can sort out things for the next episode, if you don't mind. Pardon me, viewers. Maybe I didn't prepare enough. I just came from outside and started to take and read. I never thought these stories would be mixed up like that, transferred like that to other papers or from other papers. Because this one says they continued from last issue. And the last issue is just what we have finished. We finished with the last issue. So I have to look at the stories again. So please pardon me. My knees are down for viewers. Thank you very much. Illa lekai, bye-bye. May God be with you all.